Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to F1 2019. This is the last question mark career, episode 14. We're in Singapore.
As the sun sets over the South China Sea, the sport that never sleeps is alert and raring to go. Welcome, under the bright lights of the Marina Bay circuit, to another Singapore Grand Prix. It's a very long, very physical lap, this one, and really there's not much in the way of margin for error. So we have a bit of an endurance race for you tonight. The Marina Bay Street Circuit then has 23 corners, 13 to the left and 10 to the right. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Kevin Magnussen lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes
K-Mag on pole.
As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Sainz, Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel and Perez, Ricciardo, Leclerc, Hamilton and Kimi Raikkonen, Albon, Stroll, Nico Hülkenberg and Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Kubica, George Russell and Pierre Gasly. Kvyat, they've taken a grid penalty, and the Professor. And with preparations almost...
I had a chance to start 19th, but anytime the parts are over 50% on the wear, I switch them out. And that did drop us officially back to the position I always start at anyway. And so here we are. Now, last season, I'm pretty sure I ended up DNFing here. It is so hard to pass. It is so hard to find an opportunity. We'll see what we can do this time out. I've had a really good season, but this is one of those tracks where it's going to be really tough to find a space to make some moves. We've got 5 laps. Let's go racing. Lights came out a lot earlier than expected, and I ended up with a terrible start here. Oh, come on, Kvyat? Really? There was plenty of room for Kvyat to not just slam into me and punt me off. Oh, come on. Okay, well, this is not the start we were looking for, was it? Not even looking to do anything here. I'm just trying to get through cleanly. Come on, he's on my right rear. Oh, wow. He's just going to keep on riding me. Kvyat. Well, do I want to restart that one? You know what? We've already restarted twice. Screw it. I gained a position. It could be the only damn position I get today. So at least give me a chance to run in clean air for a moment. Already gaining back some time. Come on, turn! Turn! Woof. Forgot the break point on that one is completely effed. Following their break point is not the recommended move on that one. You've got to brake much earlier. So far I have not gained back the ground that I lost. But I think we are starting to get there, right? We've pulled back a few car lengths. Being really aggressive on the gearbox here today. Okay. Good sequence through 1, 2, 3. And we just pulled back a lot of time. And we're back in the race. Kvyat's done and dusted behind us. Can we gain more than one position today? Well, we'll find out here in a little bit. Two bits in front of me. Okay, here we go. Braking early. Braking early. Come on. Turn, turn, turn. That hairpin is just so tight. Okay, we were purple sector 1, green sector 2. Whew. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I missed my braking point. I got so close that I couldn't see it anymore. And that's the problem when you use the ground as your braking point. Is that where I hit the wall? It is, so why don't we back up to here. Oh, hello. So then I was slow. So I ended up with oversteer instead of understeer. Purple, everybody behind. Perez with fast lap at the moment. Okay, try to get a strong run here.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
Okay, that's clearly the spot where I'm gaining the most ground. Kubica defending. Oh. And again, he's defending. There we go, we got him. Alright, Grosjean's the next target. We'll try to do front straight, turns 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can't get one or two guys through there. Seems to be where I have the best advantage. Oh, slow, 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 slow. Okay, well that was unexpected.
Car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up.
Alright, we got Grosjean. He's still there though. There we go, now we're ahead of him. George Russell, next target. Whew, almost overdid that. You don't get much room to play with on a track like this. Like that. Just slightly off my line and I have a brush with the wall. Alright, we're through.
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
Ay, ay, ay.
race.
Oh, that's my bad, George. I'm so sorry. I dove to the inside way too late on that one. There we go. I don't blame you at all for doing that to me there, George. There we go. Alright, P16.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Woo! That's a close call. There's just not too many opportunities to pass around here. Oh, he hit me. He touched my... Whoa, hello. What are we doing here? Why is it tilted? I'm so confused. Okay, there's a turn. Whoa! What is going on here? Okay, no. Wow, okay. Got it sorted out now. Come on. I need to get Giovinazzi. That's the last one I need to get. Alright, we got him. That at least handles the head-to-head. Magnussen! K-Mag with the win! Good for him. Good for him. P15, not so good for me. But all things considered, the little incident with Kvyat at the start, that was,
Okay, pick up rubber.
that was, you know, not good. It was not good. It took me a lap and a half to get back up into the field and go from 19 to 15. Christian Horner looks a little odd there, but I can see Christian Horner there.
What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, time management.
I beat my teammate at least. That's big to keep the rivalry level, so we can at least go neutral. Bravo. Bunch of YouTubers there, not me. But hey, maybe one day.
That's really where the race was won today.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving.
Bottas second, Verstappen third. I suppose all things considered, especially after the turn 3 incident where Kvyat just put me in the wall and put us a whole straight behind the rest of the field.
Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
I have to give it to the professor. They did a great job
Do I
of
still
getting
get
the
it?
most out of their tyres without losing pace, something that's a very handy skill to have in modern-day Formula One.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back.
Kvyat ended up stopping, took his wing off when he put me in the wall. That was the only one that was not my fault. That was more flashbacks than I like, especially for only managing P15. No points on the day, but it was enough. It was enough, I suppose. Bottas still leads championship. Hamilton well behind him at this point, almost a full race win. Verstappen ahead of Magnussen, but clearly Red Bull's second best team this year. McLaren clearly third best, and Ferrari fifth best, fourth best, fifth best. I've been beating Ferrari on a fairly regular basis, but sometimes, like this race, it's just too hard. Too hard to get through the field. But there's one race in the books for this episode, and it was a tough one, but at least we made it through in...
Good day today.
I don't
Let's have
know.
your take
One
on it.
piece? Is that one piece? I think that was more like two
You
pieces.
really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy?
Foot to the
The
floor.
wrong fuel strategy today, or was it your management?
Let's just go no comment. I think I got down to like right on 0.00 at the
Thanks,
end. Maybe negative 0.01. Just right at the finish. And there you go. We're drawing level again. He's always going to win the qualifying battle. Unless he goes... No. Unless he takes penalties and ends up behind me for some reason. That could be the one thing that'll get me ahead.
That's a great result. You did really well. I don't think we can have any complaints with that performance.
Okay, 1,000 points. That's enough to finally get in and get this aero deal done. One that failed, that'll be ready for us, and that's going to make a big difference. 438, not enough to get into anything else right now, though. Do we have power unit anything? 45. So yeah, we were at 57. Everything's over 50. That's my threshold. 45. So nothing to change this week, but we do have a few in the high 40s. We head to Russia. Unlike Singapore, this is a track we can make some passes on. Not everywhere. And I've really got to watch that weighing. But the long multi-apex left-hander, which, I don't know, what is that? Like 3, 4, 5? 4, 5, 6, something like that in terms of turn sequences. That on here is definitely a place to make some moves. This time both developments make it. The one obviously was going to make it for sure. The weight redistribution also goes through. Now that's going to boost us up a little bit further. Looking in closely, Mercedes, no upgrades for 4 races now for Mercedes. Meanwhile, McLaren and Ferrari have now overtaken them. And we just jumped to the best of the rest outside of those 4. We just joined Racing Point. We just passed Haas. Renault makes a little jump. Toro Rosso, the only one staying the same. Everybody's seen improvements this week other than Mercedes and Toro Rosso. And Williams closing that gap, unfortunately for them, still in last. Alright, well, let's get through practice. There might be enough points after practice to get something on the go for next week because I have nothing upgrading currently. After both of those upgrades went through. Making that car better, moving us up to the midfield is really helping out on cutting through the field. But it's definitely the engine power above all else that's been a boost. So that would be the obvious place to look at again before we jump in. 800 points might be enough to do something. So in that powertrain department, let's see, how are we looking? Fuel consumption? I could use it. I could certainly use it. Let's go ahead and take that 621, Japan minor. Now, quick note, while this is loading and setting, getting ready for the race, I'm just going to quickly push into the race so we can start. We'll see that front row and at least see who's starting at on pole, but otherwise we're going to jump straight into the race. This series might not last much longer. I'm having fun with this series. I'm finally getting, a place I want to be with this one, and we're not even that many episodes in, but viewership is down. I didn't start when F1 2019 began, so it had already been out a while when I started this series, so views are relatively small. And I do have a game that I'm waiting for full release on. It's on early release right now. But when Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball goes full release, which it's day by day, it's one developer with a couple of helpers working alone on that. So it should be ready any day or in the next couple of weeks. So the number of episodes here are going to be kind of tied to that. At least that's what I'm looking at. I don't think anything else is as low of views as this game is currently on my list of 10. So that makes it the likely victim. Though it's been really important to me to try to keep something using the wheel so I can keep developing as a sim racer, and eventually, because I'm 100% intent on getting F1 2020 and definitely 2021, the new regs passed. Ooh, yeah. But keeping the wheel active for me so I can keep developing and not being such a noob on the wheel, and I think I'm starting to get there. I'm definitely not great yet, but let's go race it here. But so I don't want it to go away, but yep. The channel has its demands, and I've got to keep up. Alright. Only a little slow off the line, and everybody should be flat out through one, and they are. Really got to watch out for two, though. Can we slot in? We do. Whoa, Hulk. This is where I'm talking about that I can really gain something. Oh. Get off me. Get off me. I'm up to 11. Wow. He is still fighting me out there. Up to 10th already. Of course, that wing damage is not going to help me at all. Ah, shoot! More damage. Up to 8th.
Good job.
Getting a lot of understeer now. Looks like I can still just about make pace though. So I can still move forward. Obviously there's a couple areas where this is going to be paramount, where it's easiest to do. Oh. Whoa, whoa. Nope, that didn't work out. Perez squeezed me, but I was able to brake hard enough to not collide with him. Up to P7. Vettel struggling for pace there. Oh! Ah! No, no, no. No, I do not want to completely destroy that wing. There we go. Vettel going backwards. Trying to follow Perez through. Perez hit my right rear, but I get past both of them. Took advantage of their squabble. Got around.
Easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
Oh, but we can. And we are. We're into 5th place. This is equal on my best finish already. And we've still got a few laps to go. However, how much damage do we have that we can spare? Well, not anymore. I've definitely got elbows out. Been warned twice, but no penalties.
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
Okay, no pass is likely right now, so... Oh, big gap behind, so I'm good there. That's 4, 3, and 2. It's Sainz. Not sure. Magnussen, Bottas. Not sure who's in first right now. I don't think I've seen Hamilton, so it could be Hamilton, even though the Mercedes is off. No damage, so we keep going. There we go. Definitely thought about it there. Oops. Took out another portion of the wing.
Okay.
Okay, didn't. We'll go back on that. If I had just touched Bottas and just held position, it wouldn't have been a thing. And we would have had Sainz beat, but instead, we tucked back in 5th place. Okay, here we go. Oh, Sainz.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
I got damage to the other side of the wing. That's not good.
Gap to teammate behind is 5.4 seconds.
Oh, Magnussen! Wow. Okay, well that was interesting. He just came right across the track and wanted to force me out of the way, and it didn't work. He hit me, so I didn't get a warning. But it was an interesting little section there. I'm into 3rd place! We could be on our way to our first podium. It's lap number 4 right now. That wing is in really sad shape though, so pulling away from guys is pretty much out of the question right now. Not looking to make a pass right here, just trying to consolidate. I've only got a little bit of fuel left. Whoa! Onto the green stuff. Again with the understeer, it's getting really bad at this point. Oh, there's the leader, and it looked like a Mercedes. It is Hamilton in the race lead, and I am up to P2. Of course, I think any hopes of a race win are way too far out in front of me. But still, P2? I'll take it. I will take it. And we've only had, what, 1 flashback? 2 flashbacks? No. It's more like 3, isn't it? Still, it's not the kind of race that's going to bug me too much. I've taken damage to the wing, and I've dealt with it, so I think I'm content with the amount of flashbacks that have been used. There we go. I'll close it up to him, but I'm definitely not going to catch him. So, nope, we are not on our way to our very first victory. But we are on our way to our first podium. Just one more turn to go. And we got fastest lap in the process.
Good job, you did
Achievement
really well.
unlocked victory.
Driving.
Why do you say victory? I did not win. I did not win. Don't tease me like that.
Yet
Yeah,
another
Mercedes is
victory
celebrating.
under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes.
That's massive points, massive accomplishment. If I'm gonna win, this is the kind of track that I could win at first. Russia is the easiest, widest, easiest to pass, but I still very much had to get my elbows out to make a lot of those moves, and took a lot of damage in the process, making me that much slower, but not so slow that I wasn't up to their pace. Wow, hey, I'm on the podium! Golf clap, golf clap. Champagne, champagne. Yes, yes. Oh. Little too much there, Lewis. Little too much. See the that team guy for Mercedes just looking down at me like, who's this guy? Oh, 19 points.
That lead has taken a bit of a knock today. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
I have to give it to the Professor. They pushed and found some fantastic performance. It was just a pleasure to watch.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Alfa
Romeo,
whose good result moves them further up the championship.
Back ahead at Racing Point.
And elated with this weekend of Formula One.
And close to Renault.
For the next one.
Wow, Giovinazzi still only 1 point. How does he manage that? I mean, at this point, he should solidly be in the top 10. I know you've got 4 teams eating up 8 spots, but he should be fighting for that 9, 10, 11, 12 every race now, not being near the back. But now I am comfortably in the current era's best of the rest, as McLaren has firmly planted themselves in amongst what is now a big 4. Best of the rest status now is that big gap between 8th and everybody else. I'm well ahead of Hülkenberg. He's only got 39 points. And I'm only 30 points down from Sebastian Vettel. And I've beat him on a number of occasions now. So I am really starting to get up there on a more regular basis. Don't expect a bunch of podiums anytime soon. This is the anomaly that is the Russian Grand Prix. But I'll take it, and it's definitely a step in the right direction, and getting results more and more frequently are definitely a thing. I think we're still a little ways off from our first win, though. It could be a full year from now, and if the series is still alive at that point, that would be awesome. So we don't end with a victory, but we at least have gotten ourselves our first podium. I'll take it. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
And I'll see you
Struggled to
next
get through all
time.
that traffic today.
We just talked about power. Let's say grip.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
No comment. I didn't get penalties, did I?
Thanks anyway.
That's right, Claire. That's right. No penalties for me. See you next time. Bye for now.